Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of Coin User Strategy Interview Session, a program where we invite innovators, stakeholders, influencers in the blockchain, crypto, and fintech ecosystem to come air their view. So today we're going to be looking at the importance of decentralized social platforms. Anywhere you are joining us from, we are live across our 4 channels. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and on LinkedIn. So wherever you're joining us, do well to like and share this live broadcast, and also do well to follow Coin User Strategy across all channels, across all social media at Coin User Strategy for you to stay up to date. So I have our guest who is joining us on the show to talk about the importance of decentralized social platform. Joining us is Michael Jumor, who is the CEO of Beeple app. Michael, you are welcome to the show.
Nice to be here. Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, how are you doing now? How is your location today, Michael?
Yeah, it's very fine. A lot of technical activities ongoing with the team and stuff like that. So yeah, it's been great so far.
Interesting. So thank you very much. It's our pleasure having you on the conversation. We're going to go for a quick break. When we return, we're going to delve into the conversation proper. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. It's still Coin News Extra TV interview. So we're talking about importance of decentralized social platforms. Let me start look at this, Michael. Can you explain? When we are talking about decentralized social media platform, why is it so important in this era?
Yeah, thanks for the question. I believe before we could actually have the basic understanding of what decentralized social platforms actually are, we need to understand the technology behind them. So understanding that the basic technology, the traditional technology, actually being used by our regular users from the initial social media platforms like Facebook and Twitter and the likes. Those are Web 2 platforms, and when we talk about decentralization, we're actually referring to the technology that actually powers decentralized platforms where users have complete control over how their data are being used, distributed, or controlled. So decentralized platforms are actually powered by blockchain technology, and blockchain technology is a distributed ledger where all the data and informations are actually distributed and controlled by the users and not a centralized server. So unlike centralized social platforms where they are using traditional technologies, Web2 technologies, so Web2 technologies is controlled by a centralized server, a centralized power where it has a single point of failure. But unlike decentralized social platforms where the informations are actually distributed and not controlled by a centralized server.
Okay. In your opinion, let's look at it. What are some of the main benefits of using decentralized social media platforms?
Okay, let's talk about control. So, for example, on regular social platforms, I basically have problems when it comes to decentralized power they actually having over me. Likewise, I think a couple of months or weeks now, I've been having several issues with WhatsApp. Right, the fact that I get banned without any without violating any rules. That is one, or Facebook accounts being shut down, your Twitter accounts being shut down eventually without actually violating any strict rules. And regardless, even when you actually are restricted on executing or performing certain activities on the platform, these might come as a result of political requirements or political decisions or the decisions of the centralized power. If you make a choice to actually voice out your opinion and that is contradicting the political opinion that is actually governing that social platform, right? You could be shut down without any warning or whatsoever. So now, your personal informations as well are not controlled by you because once you share them on this platform, every information you said on the platform are actually stored on a centralized server, right? Which the platform or the platform where you're communicating with eventually actually have access to those data, right? And now there has been so many reports about those platforms getting hacked by unwanted individuals, right? Bad actors. So who eventually would sell out your data and your personal informations to third-party platforms. Now your information is being or your data are being collected, being scraped through phishing or whatever method that are being used to collect those data, are now being shared by other platforms who use that as a means of marketing or some other bad activities eventually. So now, the bad side of centralized system is the control they have over your data and the lack of control you have over those data, right? And then compared to decentralized platforms where those informations are controlled by you, right? You determine the information that are being shared, and then those informations are encrypted and secured, where it is transparent, and you know where this information has got into and what type of information has actually been collected.
Interesting. A lot of people are talking about how decentralized social media platforms is something that is interesting. Let's look at some of the criticism that it's receiving. For example, a lot of people are complaining that these decentralized social media platforms are not user friendly, they are not easily accessible, and all the rest of them. What are your take on that?
Absolutely, absolutely. That is actually the truth. There is I think since the innovation of the technology, the trend of the blockchain technology initially, there's been a lot of chaotic feedback coming from those who are new to the technology. There's this difficulty in assessing the solutions that are being or the solutions and the innovations or the product that are emerging from the blockchain ecosystem. Right now, truly decentralized social platforms eventually those initial new age decentralized social platforms they did the first era eventually actually have this difficulty, this bad user experience, where new adopters would need some technical knowledge in order to be able to utilize these platforms efficiently. And that has actually caused some sort of setback and interest in allowing newbies to actually utilize these platforms. Now, with the new emerging tech, Web TV, and new innovative mindset and stuff like that, we have been able to blockchain powered solutions, especially the decentralized social platforms, where we have the zero knowledge protocol that allows users to onboard themselves on this platform without actually requiring technical background knowledge on blockchain itself.
Interesting. Let's look at some of these challenges. Do you think the benefit outweighs the user-friendly issues and the rest of them?
Yeah, yeah. Basically, the benefit of utilizing decentralized products like the decentralized social media platforms eventually actually has to come from the ease of accessing the solution and yeah, the ease of accessing the solution would increase adoption for that particular product itself. So if I have a product built on the blockchain platform as a decentralized social media platform, I need to allow users have access to it without difficulty, which is why more focus right now are being made towards user experience and the user interface. So users without prior knowledge of blockchain technology or what decentralized technology actually means should be able to onboard themselves, access these products and solutions you're actually bringing on board without difficulty. The ease in utilizing that solution increases the adoption for those products itself.
Okay, interesting. You are the CEO of Vipo app, which is also you have interest. This is about social decentralized social platforms. So, how are you solving these challenges and making impact in the ecosystem?
Yeah, interesting. Well, since the innovation of Beeple actually was created as a result of the complexity behind the utilization of blockchain products and also the adoption of the technology itself. So we knowing that this decentralized protocols or blockchain technology itself actually has a great future in the future of technology in the IT industry. So now, how do we make people utilize this platform? How do we allow them adopt this technology? How do we allow them understand the uniqueness behind it and why it is important? Now, the major way to do this is to create a platform where they can utilize without difficulty. We understand a lot of countries that actually do have hypes around blockchain and stuff like that. Majority of the individuals down there also do not actually understand this technology. We have a lot of individuals who are yet to understand what blockchain actually means. We have a lot of individuals who are actually scared of utilizing now, Beeple is existing with a sense to tackle the complexity first, and then letting people understand that there is more to blockchain than cryptocurrencies, right? So Beeple is a multi-chain decentralized social platform with focus on user experience. So our onboarding process is as simplified as possible, where you need not worry about understanding how blockchain actually works. All you have to do, if you can utilize a regular social platform, a Web2 social platform like Facebook or your WhatsApp, then you can easily onboard yourself on people without hassle. So all that is required to create an account on people is a display name, and then a username is automatically generated, and a decentralized wallet is automatically generated. Your username can eventually be edited after account generation, same as your display name as well. So Beeple solves the problem by creating a simplified onboarding process with a multi-chain wallet that also help unite multiple ecosystems within the blockchain industry.
Interesting. It was very nice conversation it has really been. So we'll go for a short break. When we return, we'll summarize the conversation. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. It's still Coin's extractive interview session. We are talking about importance of decentralized social platforms with Michael Jimo, CEO, Beeple App. So I'm just trying to we are wrapping up the show. Let's have this talk about this particular question. Do you think decentralized social media platforms have the potentials to disrupt the dominance of the traditional social media platforms like Facebook and all of them?
Absolutely, absolutely. Since the emergence, first we have to consider that the technology is actually new. So blockchain is new, and those innovations built on blockchain itself, they are relatively new, right? So definitely, they have been disruptive move already made on the blockchain itself. So these products are actually disrupting the space gradually. So we definitely do admit that it will definitely take a couple of years in order for we have wide adoption across the Web2 ecosystem, the users from the Web2 ecosystem to actually adopt this technology itself. But definitely, the potential of Web3 social platform, decentralized social platform, disrupting the tech ecosystem is relatively high, and that could be achieved along several years, owing to the fact that attentions are being placed towards user experience and user interface design.
Thank you very much. Before we do the continue today's episode of Coin News Extra TV interview, I would like to get your closing remark, Jimo.
Yeah, well, my closing remark is to let everyone know that blockchain is actually the technology of the future, and there are impressive potentials behind this technology. And one uniqueness about the blockchain technology is that it gives you rights over how data are actually being utilized and shared, how utilized are actually how the technology itself, how your data, how your information are actually being utilized across the IT space. You're able to track who is in control of this and who is actually watching this and who is utilizing this. So blockchain gives you transparency, and the potential of blockchain goes across several use cases, not just cryptocurrencies, not just decentralized social media platforms and the likes of that, but also across governance. Products can be rolled out from blockchain that actually allows governments or government organization utilize voting through decentralized means, and likewise fintech products. Likewise, we have medical products that are actually emerging from the blockchain sphere. This provide transparency and reliability. Yeah.
Interesting. We really had that from you, and it's very, very insightful. A very interesting conversation, I must say. So, the importance of this decentralized social platforms is we see that the world is moving forward and everything is evolving. So, we've seen cases of decentralized social media platform, say leaking of even users' data being so we breach social media platforms taking center stage, even though it has its own challenges, but it's still a technology that is still at infant stage. Thank you very much, Michael Jimo, for joining us on the conversation.
Thank you for having me.
It's our pleasure. So thank you, our audience, for joining us on the show. We still have other programs coming up today. But for now, we are wrapping up this, and I look forward to seeing you again. Bye for now. See you next time.